Hi, everybody. Welcome to the happy hour. It's Monday. Hope everybody had themselves a great weekend. And hey, speaking of weekend, guess what? We got some big news already. NFL's already swapping guys and making new quarterbacks here, there, and everywhere. You look at Justin Fields. He's now going to be a New York Jet. And you look at Sam Darnold. Hey, look, he's now a Seattle Seahawk. Some news that dropped earlier today. Craziness. NFL's already back at it. We're in starch madness. We got college basketball rolling. NBA, well, same old question marks. Guys in, guys out. We're not going to play. We're just going to tank a ton here. They want a better draft pick is what it looks like here in some of these games because it's like woo-wee. So it is what it is. Let's get to who we got here today. We got Ron. We got Chris. Let's get to it today. Let's find some winners for these nice, fine folks. As we always do here, we get rapid fire, get to the picks. But first, we say hello to who we got here today, and then we get right to it. So we'll kick it off. How are you doing today, Ron?
Doing good. Tough day yesterday. 3-5. Lost Minnesota in overtime. That was a heartbreaker, man. Just I don't know. The late dunk. You don't have to do that, do you? Do you really have to dunk it late? You don't have to do that. But yeah, put it up by 8 there, and then tried the 3, couldn't get it, but that's okay. Came back last night big with my Utah Jazz best bet, so I was happy with that one. And Columbus found a way to win on the road. Wow. Yeah, what's up with the Jackets there? So yeah, so like I said, tough day. 3-5. I got 2 soccer games going right now, so hopefully get those in before the end of the show, and I'm ready for tonight. Let's do it.
Quick, not so quick anymore for the Rangers. He's definitely slowed up. He had a goals against. He was trying to hang on to a less than 3, but I think after the last night's performance, that pushes him over to
Yep.
goals a game and a below 900 save percentage as well for Quick in that one. And then Chris, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Glad to be back on here. Was on this morning and glad to be on the happy hour. I drop in when I can and yeah, loaded NBA card today. I don't know. It's a rough one. There's a lot of games, but a lot of rough ones. So we'll get through it and find some winners.
Definitely right. Pick and choose. You find them landmines so you don't get blowed up because there's definitely some games in the NBA that I think you can get caught on today. So that's exactly as we said. Let's get right to it. First, we're going to kick it off. We got the Lakers taking on Brooklyn. We got Washington taking on the Raptors. Raptors up to 7.5 in that one. Lakers down a little bit. Lakers only laying 5.5 in that one with the Nets. Total 216 there. We'll do all the 7:30s. The first 4 we'll kick off by Utah taking on Boston. Boston laying 16.5 there in that one. Total 230.5. We got Atlanta hosting the 76ers. We got Atlanta laying 11.5 in that one. Total 235. Let's take a quick peek at the injury report, see what's going on the Washington side of things. We got Sadiq Bey, Brogdon, Holmes, Jones, Middleton, Smart, all out. On the Toronto side of things, we got Abaje, Dick, Ingram, Mogby, Pirtle, Walter, all out for the Raptors there in that one. Oof. On the 76ers game, we got Oubre out, Maxey out, Lowry out, George out, Drummond, game time decision there. Trae Young, still a game time decision. Krejci, LeVert, game time decision for the Hawks. Nance, Floden, out for the Hawks there. Looking at Utah taking on Boston. Still same pretty much question marks we've seen this morning. Springer, Markin, and Collins, all game time decision there. On the Boston side of things, we got Tatum, Horford, game time decision. Porzingis likely out there. Looking at the Lakers, Luka still game time decision on the Lakers side of things, out. Finney Smith out. Hachimura out. Hayes, James, Kleber out. On the Brooklyn side of things, we're looking at Cam Thompson and Watford out. On the Brooklyn side of things there. That wraps up those injury reports on those 4. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think in those first 4, Ron?
Yeah, I'm just going to look at the Lakers and Brooklyn. Lakers have been good on the road, covering. I know they didn't cover in Boston, but that was a kind of revenge game from Boston coming back to TD Garden. So I'm going to lay it with the Lakers. I'm sure Luka probably plays even without LeBron. I think the Lakers can handle Brooklyn. You get Cam Thomas in, then you get Johnson in. Now one's out, so they just can't do it without those guys there. So give me the Lakers minus 5.5.
Heading on over to Chris. What do you think of those four, Chris?
A couple here. Did the video on the YouTube channel. You guys can check it out. Lakers Nets. I'm gonna take under that. I think the Nets will probably be good to get 100. If that's kind of a first to 100 wins that one. Going the opposite direction with Philly and Atlanta. I think they get up and over that. I don't think anybody's playing defense. And I'm still going to go with Toronto. I did the video on the Washington-Toronto game. It's a quick revenge game. They just lost with a bucket that didn't count and everything back at home. So quick revenge game at home. I just take the Raptors there with those.
Yeah, definitely these first four not my favorite games rolling here in this one. Kind of agree. I think you got to take the over between the 76ers and the Hawks. It's just a track meet there with a whole lot of bodies not out. It just ends up the G Leaguers just love to run and gun. Show what they got, basically. Just shoot, all offense, no defense there. I agree. Take the over 235.5 in those four. Moving on to the next four, we got the Hornets taking on the Heat. Heat laying 9.5, and that one total 217. We got the Pacers taking on the Bulls. Pacers laying 6. We got Phoenix, 4-point dog into Memphis, total 244 in that one. We got the Denver Nuggets laying, or they're getting 9.5 now. That's definitely up from what it was, 8.5, 9s. Definitely up half a point from this morning. OKC 9.5 point favorite there, total 236.5, down about a point from what it was. I believe 237.5 this morning. Taking a look at the injury report on those four. Looking at the Charlotte side of things, it looks like Okogie looks like he's going to be the only one out for Charlotte. Miami side of things, Burks, Highsmith, Robinson, game time decision there. Jovic out for the Heat. Looking at where are we? The Pacers, still Halliburton and McConnell, game time decision there. On the Bulls side of things, Williams, game time decision. Lonzo Ball, game time decision, but most likely going to be out there. Kobe White, most likely in. Looking at Phoenix taking on Memphis. Memphis side of things, Clark, Edey, Williams, game time decision. Aldama, Jackson, Kennard, Poulin out for Memphis. On the Phoenix side of things, Martin, Beal, Morris. Morris looks like he's most likely out, so I'm going to say he's out there for the Suns in that one. On the OKC side of things, just Mitchell out for OKC. Denver, we're looking at Murray and Joker, game time decision there. Gordon out, Strother out. I'm going to say Joker and Murray most likely play. Maybe not. It's up to 10 now. So maybe one of those guys are sitting here in the back-to-back spot there. What do you think in those four, Ron?
Yeah, I told you to write it down last week on one of the happy hours. Memphis, just something's going on with that team. Now they've covered, 2 in their last 11, I think, Chris. So I can't trust this team. But what I can trust, they scored damn near 300 points last time. So I'll take the over 243.5 in that one. And before last night, Denver actually at Oklahoma City had covered 5 out of their last 6 now after that loss last night. So I'll take them again. Give me Denver +9.
Heading on over to Chris. What do you think of those four, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely agree on the Suns and the Memphis. I can't advise anybody to lay any points with Memphis. I don't even know that it's safe to take them as a dog anymore. But anyway, yeah, I think they get up and over. We hit 299, I think, last time, or 298, something between these two teams. So it's at 242 now. I take it up and over. And then, yeah, I'm going to take the points with Denver. I mean, they kind of took their foot off the gas last night in the fourth quarter, but I think they can at least get us the cover in this one. Take with 8.5 is where we're at. So those are the two. I think those. Yeah, that's the only two I like in that spot.
Couple of like here. I'm gonna have some faith in your Memphis club because I don't have faith in the Suns squad. That after they get themselves a nice little cover and they think they're all happy and looking pretty good, well, they don't fare so well after that. 1-21 ATS on the Suns after they get themselves a cover. So I like Memphis here in this spot. They can cover 4 against this crappy Suns team, especially defensively. So I think the 4, that's a low number. You're not having to try to cover a double digit. Memphis gets the cover there. That one. And then you know what? I look at this Denver Nuggets team. You know what they do well in OKC? That first quarter has been absolutely money. They've hit 6 straight first quarters on the money line coming into the Paycom Center here in OKC. So give me the Denver Chicken Nuggets there on the money line in the first half, in that first quarter. It's I'm looking at a plus 160 there in that one. 6 straight. Let's make it 7 straight. Get the Nuggets in the first quarter there. I think they come out hot there, just like they did in the last game. They won the first quarter there. So let's do it again there in that one. All right, heading on over to the last 4 on the card. We got the Magic heading into Houston. Houston laying 4.5 there in that one. We got Dallas taking on the Spurs. Spurs laying 7 in that one. We got Portland heading into Golden State. Warriors laying 12, total 232.5 in that matchup. The Knicks laying 2.5 heading into Sacramento, total 222. Or 222.5 in that matchup. Looking at the injury report, we got on the downside of things, Washington, Lively, Jones, Hardy, Gapper, Davis out. Williams game time decision there. On the Sacramento side of things, Bassi, Sokan, and Castle game time decision. Sokan looks like he's going to be out. Castle game time decision there. Looking at the New York side of things, Brunson out, Huckaporty out. On the Sacramento side of things, Crowder and Lariba game time decision. Sabonis is out there. Looking at the Golden State Warrior game, Miski and Kuzminga out on the Golden State Warriors side of things. On the Portland side of things, Williams, Thibault, Ayton, Grant out. Avia is game time decision there for Portland. Is that all of them we did? Am I missing one? Yeah, Orlando. Looking at the Orlando side of things. Hey, clean bill of health there on the Orlando side of things. Houston, Van Fleet still game time decision. Shepard, Thompson out for Houston. That wraps up the report for those 4. Hang on over to Ron. What do you think there in those 4, Ron?
Yeah, you got to go back to Portland. Even though you covered last night, they cover on back-to-backs like 12-2 or something. It's a sick record. So I'm going to take Portland. Too many points for Golden State there. And I'm going to take the Sacramento Kings. I don't like them as favorites, but I'll take them all day as dogs. So give me Sacramento.
Heading on over to Chris. What do you think there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in the Knicks-Sacramento game, and also would lean to taking the points with Sacramento. Definitely, like Ron said, we like them as dog. The other one I'm looking at there, I'm going to fade Dallas. I know San Antonio's not really great, but I'd prefer them over Dallas and whatever's going on there. I think they're just broken. Houston did the video on YouTube. You guys can check that out for a deeper dive of this, but it's still late with Houston there to get the cover for us in Houston. I don't like what Orlando's done on the road.
All righty.
There's Ramon. He got his internet back, I think.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Yeah, I might have got hacked like that website today.
Oh. Well, I don't get hacked. Welcome back, though. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Okay, we've covered all the NBA. Guess what? We can start right from the beginning. You get to start from the first 4. We got 12 games. Let us know what you like in all 12. Grab a drink of water. Do it like rundown style, like what's his name in the NFL? Chris
Berman.
Berman. Yeah, Chris Berman styles. The fastest 3 minutes in the NBA. Fastest 3 minutes from Ramon Scott here today, debuting on the happy hour.
Ramon the Swami. Here we go.
Finding the happy hour. Hey, just let her roll. Heading on over to Ramon Scott. What do you think here?
Yeah, good luck with that. I'll throw a few out there and I'll make it quick. Keep this show going. I don't want to hang us up. I'll try it.
We're good. You're good. Yeah. We got time. We're good.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Small college card. Small hockey card too. We're good. Give us what you like.
Yeah, I'll definitely go with a couple here, guys. Sorry to keep you waiting on that.
No worries.
Atlanta here on this big move, and what can I do now? I mean, the spread's already gone. Can't go premium or anything here with this huge move to 12 points now against Philadelphia. Yeah, it's kind of setting up for an Atlanta blowout. I think they'll get it here tonight. Lay the points here with Atlanta against Philly. I'll also go over with the Utah and Boston game. This one also seen it rise from 227 up to about 230 or so here in this one. I've got the over in Utah and Boston, and just one here on the late slate. I know you want them all, Rod, but hey, we got a few premiums over there too at Tony'sPicks.com. So I'm going to end up here on the Spurs. Like Chris said, that's what I caught when I came in, and we know the story kind of here now with both teams certainly piling up the injuries here in this one. But I'm going to try the Spurs here at home. Again, another increased price at 7.5, but I'm going to go with San Antonio minus 7.5 now against Dallas. That's really what I came on with the show, Rod. I wish I had more for you.
All good, all good. Beauty. Thanks so much, Ron. For me in that last section of games, you know what? I'm going to go the other way. Most people are like Dallas is ass, Dallas is ass, Guess what? As a road dog against the Spurs, they've covered in 6 straight. So this is just way too many points. I don't trust the Spurs defensively. You look at what their numbers are defensively. They're not stopping anybody. So it's just scoring at will on the Spurs team. So I think this the G League squad going with Dallas can keep this, get us a cover and upset and bust a lot of people's parlays today there in that one. I'll take Dallas plus the points. Another one I like here, I like Portland, as Ron alluded to, this Portland squad on back-to-back. 18-4 ATS on the back-to-back spot is this Portland club. So, yeah, I will take Portland plus the points there in that one. And then the last one I like in this late slate is you fade the Sacramento Kings as a favorite. You take them as a dog. So give me the Sacramento Kings on the money line there in that one. I know everybody's seeing the Knicks. They got the rest advantage and all that. But just as we said in that morning show, the way that game ended, I think Sacramento gets themselves one. I'll take Sacramento on the money line. In that matchup, that wraps up the NBA slate of things. Let's head on over to the college board. Definitely some nice conference tournaments going on there to start your madness. This is definitely in full effect there. We'll go with everything before 8:30. So we'll include all the 7:30 games, which is 6 games. We got Delaware taking on Towson, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi there taking on Northwestern State, Wofford taking on Furman, Arkansas State taking on Troy, Oakland taking on Robert Morris, Montana State taking on Idaho State. The Bengals in action there. What do you think there in those 6, Ron?
Yeah, right down the street, walking distance pretty much. Yeah, we got Troy going. Troy's pretty close to Pensacola too. You know, they have a lot of fans down here from there. So, yeah, take Troy plus the 2.5. I like Robert Morris as well. I don't like it up to 3.5 though. I got it -2 this morning. It's really going up there, but I think if you can afford that -165, yeah, I would take it on the money line in that one. And that's it right for me. Well, no, I like Montana State. Give me Montana State over Idaho State. Montana State does nothing but win at the Idaho Center when they play there. So, yeah, take Montana State plus the 1.5.
Head on over to Chris. What do you think of those 6, Chris?
Yeah, definitely the Oakland, Robert Morris. I agree with Ron. I liked him a lot better this morning at 2.5, depending where you could get that. So I might leave that one alone. But the one I'm looking at is Wofford and Furman. Furman took out my mocks yesterday from UTC. I'm gonna go with Furman now. They're down to 1, so you can either take them with the point or you can take them on the money line. Either way, and those are the ones I like in that spot.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those 6, Ramon?
Yeah, Rod, sorry about that. Did you hopefully include the Southland quarters here with the Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Northwestern there? I didn't know if you mentioned it or not, but it is in that first
game, yeah.
There.
Yep, it's in there.
Yeah.
It's included in that 6 p.m. Eastern slot there. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi.
Oh, great. Well,
Corpus Christi some places are known because they're going to open that Corpus Christi chicken anytime in Corpus Christi. It's coming soon. Watch out. Corpus Christi chicken coming soon.
Yeah. Now you're making me hungry. But yeah, you can't forget about the Southland Conference. So let me go there.
No, definitely not. You cannot forget the Southland. Definitely not.
We will after this week. Okay. A little bit of disrespect here for Northwestern State. They're the team that earned the bye this season, and they're an underdog here against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. So, yeah, I thought Corpus Christi, that was a pretty good win for them against Houston Christian, but Houston Christian's not that good. So I'm going to take these points here, Rod, with Northwestern State here in one of the openers. They're getting 3.5 right now. So give me Northwestern State here against A&M Corpus Christi. Be my pick in the early segment, Southland Conference quarterfinal.
As I said, that's the early slate of games for me here in this one. I'm looking at Delaware and Towson to go under that 144.5. That thing hasn't budged all day long. 144.5 this morning. Still 144.5 now. Why? You look at Towson's last 8 games on a neutral site. They have we've seen 132 points or less in those 8 games that Towson's played on those 8 neutral sites. So 132 and the totals at 144. It's like I'm getting about 10 points bonus. So give me the under Delaware and Towson there in that matchup. And then the other one I'm looking at is I like the over between Oakland and Robert Morris. That's 140.5. I think that's too light. I think both offenses could definitely get enough to get us up and over the 140.5 in that matchup. All right, heading on to the last 6 on the board. We got Charleston Southern taking on UNC Wilmington. We got Incarnate Word Up taking on Nicholls State. We got Pepperdine taking on St. Mary. Oof, Pepperdine. Nice run, but good luck. 4 straight games. Youngstown State taking on Cleveland State. And now we got Idaho taking on Portland State. We got the Dons taking on Gonzaga. That's still at 14.5. Hasn't budged an inch. That wraps up the late slate of games. Heading on over to Ron. What are you thinking those ones there, Ron?
Yeah, what the hell got into Pepperdine, man? It just kept winning outright against everybody. Well, guess what? That trip's over with. So you can pack your bags and go back. So, yeah, St. Mary's going to crack them. I got this one like 84-61, so 23 is a good number. Take that and write that one down there, Rod. And then San Francisco and Gonzaga, they can't beat them. They can't beat them. They try. I was on them once this year. They can't beat them. Just stick with Gonzaga in that one.
Heading on over to Chris. What do you think of the late slate of college basketball?
A couple I got there. You take you either take the points or Cleveland State to cover, or you take them on the money line either way. And then I'm going to take over in Gonzaga, San Francisco. I think we see a little bit of action from both sides there, trying to get up and over 154.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think here in the late night slate, Ramon?
No, I'm going to stay in the Southland Conference. How can I not now with Nicholls against Incarnate Word, your favorite, Rod? You're not fully Word unless you're Incarnate Word, as I like to say. But for Nicholls, look, the writing is clear here for Nicholls. They can see McNeese now on their radar, and this will be a big chance for them to keep going if they can somehow get to the tournament, maybe knock off McNeese and spoil this conference. This will be one of the ones they'll be talking about, but I really do like this Nicholls team. They're only laying 3.5 here to Incarnate Word. Nice job by Incarnate Word, but I've got to take Nicholls here. They seem to be on a pretty good roll right now. This number feels a little bit light considering their late season success here in the conference. You know, they did lose that finale to Lamar, but they had won 8 of their previous 10 in conference before that, including wins over Word. So I'm going to go with Nicholls State here, lay 3.5 against Incarnate Word.
And you know what? I agree. I'm going to take a good job, Incarnate Word, to get to this point in this conference tournament. But Nicholls is by far the better team there in that one. You look at Incarnate Word, they've covered 8 of 6 on the road, but getting a lot more points than what this is. I'd rather be having 6 with Incarnate Word. I think Nicholls wins, just like it was that earlier meeting. 6 points. Now you only have to lay 3.5. Yeah, they easily cover by. I think it's an 8+ point win here for Nicholls State in that one. And then another one I'm looking at is I got to agree. You got to take the Dons and Gonzaga over. Gonzaga's all of a sudden over their last couple of games decided that we should be pinning 90 on teams, and it's what they did last time. And I think they probably get to 90 here again. And you look at the Dons in that last game; they only shot 17% from behind the arc. I don't see them shooting 17% from behind the arc there in this one. They'll find a way to get some points and definitely shoot better than 17% from three-point land, and that'll definitely get us up and over this total. That's dropped, surprisingly. Dropped a couple ticks down to 154 in places. All right, that wraps up the college basketball slate of things. Heading on over to the NHL. Only 4 games on the slate tonight. We got the Oilers taking on Buffalo, Detroit taking on Ottawa, Chicago taking on Colorado, Toronto taking on Utah. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think there in those 4, Ron?
I got a premium my NHL Slapshot play. You can get that right out at Tony's Picks in one of these games. And also I like Ottawa at home. Detroit's not a good team on the road as a dog, and they've been streaking. They win some, they lose some. It's just something, after the new coach, change, it was all good, and now it's just down a little bit. So I'm going to take Ottawa in that one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you got there on the ice for us, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll go to the bottom game on the list with the Leafs here on the road against Utah. Utah's going to have to try to make it one of those 2-1, 3-2 games if they're going to have a shot. I know it's a closely rated game here with Toronto favored on the road. I do think Toronto's probably the team to get this one, even at a near toss-up here. But I'm going to go under here between these two. Like I said, this is the hope for Utah, it feels like to me, is to make it one of those games we see so many times. They've struggled. What happens is they have the right strategy, they just don't have the scores, and they end up losing these home games so frequently. Like I said, 2-1, 3-2, and that's exactly what I see happening in this one today. I've got the under.
Stinks.
Utah
line stinks.
under in 4 of their last 5 and also 7 of their last 8 at home. So I'm going to stick with the under here with Toronto and Utah at pretty much a flat 6. It may be slightly juiced to the over. I'll take the under tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the only way to go there on that one. It's because everybody's seen what Toronto did defensively. They gave up 7 to Colorado in that last game. It was just a complete collapse. It was pretty much an ugly game. So people will think we're going to see some goals there. So I'm in agreement. Give me the under there on that one. Leafs bounce back from that and step up defensively. And Utah struggling to score. I believe the earlier meeting this season was a 3-2 game. So it was. I expect the same type of game here in this one as well. And just as Ron alluded to, that line does look fishy.
Utah sucks at home, though.
Toronto would
they suck at home.
But the problem, I guess they're looking at the books, saying what they've done in the last couple of games on the road. It's the back end of this road trip, so it's kind of like they're taking all that into account. It's that back end of a road trip. So
bigger money burner than Utah at home. Utah and Vancouver will just burn right through your back pocket.
Big time, yeah. So I agree with you, the under on that one, and then the other one I like Ottawa in that spot, and then I like the Oilers in that spot. Was Buffalo lost 4 straight, and then if you look what Buffalo's done after following 4 straight losses, they follow it up with another loss. I believe actually I was wrong. They're 1-11 in that spot. There's that one spot that they've stop the 4-game losing slide. Otherwise, they turn it into a 5-game losing slide.
I don't know
what Buffalo
it is about your Oilers, Rod. Just like the beginning of the season, just right out of the break, slow starting. Like they got to get everything together. Now that looks like they've hit the stride again. So I think the Oilers are ready to get another run going here, just to pick up some of those losses that they just put up there.
A slump out of the 4 nations. I think they lost their focus a little bit, like teams do. It's an 82-game schedule. I expect teams to have slumps. You expect them to have like that little 10-game slump, but you got to come out of that slump. How do you react? I expect the Oilers to nothing like getting back out on the road. They've actually had success on the road, right? This season, you look what they've done. First game out on the road, I like them here in the spot. First game out on the road, they've actually fared well. following a home loss coming out on the road. It has been money. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but I know that it's a pretty good number. All right, that wraps up the slate of action we got going now. We got the parlay peripheral section or player prop game in the future. We'll leave it up to the Capital to let them decide, and then they'll let us know what they got going for their best bets, the bets they're making. They're over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can hit the link, head on over, use the description, get you right on over there where you can find all our best bets over there. We'll kick this off down in the bottom corner with Ramon tonight. We'll kick this off. Let us know what you got for parlay prop, and then let us know what you got going over at Tony's Picks.
Yeah, I got a little 3-pack here tonight. And this one, you mentioned it, Ron. I'm taking the Oilers here. I'm going to lay the puck and a half even and lay this puck line on the road with these favored Oilers tonight in our short card. And I'm going to bounce over to college basketball. I've got the over in the game between Wofford and Furman, Southern Conference Championship here. Looks like you're getting a little discount here. This one's kind of been on the move lower all day, and I don't see this one that way. I'm going over with Wofford and Furman, and then I'm going to over the NBA, and I'm going to take Charlotte and Miami game to go over tonight. This is a low number, maybe indicating that this one could be tight, and yeah, maybe these teams have a little bit of a tendency to the under, but I'm going to take the over here with Charlotte and Miami tonight. I think Miami's starting to pick it up. That just was a matter of time for Miami to finally get rid of Butler, let Coach do his thing. Spoelstra can get the guys back together. I think that's why we've seen improvement from Miami here, covering numbers anyway. So whether or not they can cover nearly double digits, I'm not sure. Give me the over there in that one. So it's the Oilers on the puck line, over in the SoCon, Wofford and Furman, and over in Charlotte and Miami. I have my discount best bet in the NHL tonight. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, pick it up for just $19, profit guaranteed. I also have packages in college tournament action and the NBA. So join me over at Tony'sPicks.com. We've had winning nights here for the last 5 nights, so definitely picking up the pace just in time for the tournament week, championship week here. So join me and the fellas over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT to save 15%. Oh, Rod, perfect timing, of course.
Heading on over to Chris. What do you got for us, Chris?
I'll give you guys the parlay I gave this morning. Hadn't changed much. Philly, Atlanta over. Phoenix, Memphis over. Sacramento, New York over. For anybody that missed this morning, I do MLB futures usually when I'm on the morning show. Today's was Jackson Merrill over 22.5 home runs for the regular season. He's already got 2 for this. I like that. For this postseason, or for this spring training, excuse me. I did give out the degenerate game, as we call it, the spring training, Reds and Padres. The Reds are up currently 3. Hunter Green did have a pretty good outing until Tatis, my guy, hit a home run off of him. But either way, fun game to watch there. The Reds are up, so that was plus 120 this morning. And then, yeah, I have 3-pack over at the site, 2 premiums, 1 best bet in the NBA. And then I will be loading up a season pack or a season pass for the MLB here shortly to get you all the way through opening day through World Series. And yeah, we're just going to keep on trying to cash our best bets in the NBA.
Nice. Sounds good. Heading on over to Ron. What do you got for us, Ron?
Yeah, I got, let's see, I got, like I said, my NHL slap shot play, and I got a couple NBA plays for tonight. And 1 in college basketball you can get. And looks like going to start out 0-1. Didn't get that other goal from Lazio or Udinese. So hopefully Newcastle United is going to hold on and we'll get 1-1 start the day. But, yeah, for my parlay, I'll give you 3 dogs that went out right. I'm going to Troy. I'm going to give you Montana State. And I'm going to give you the Sacramento Kings. So, like Ron said, everybody here is on the leaderboard. Let's pair it up and let's get it done. You'll also see a couple SEC tournament videos coming up tomorrow or the next day for the tournament coming up here in the SEC. That's right.
Nice. Sounds good. For me, I'm going to same parlay that I had this morning. So if you got the 3-teamer, perfect. I'm going to add Dallas to it. I'm going to make it a 4-teamer as well. So we're going to take Memphis, lay the 4. I'm going to take St. Mary's and lay that 19 as I argued with somebody this morning. 30 point plus pound down of Pepperdine. It was like good run, but 4 straight days of basketball. I think it's just gonna finally catch up with you. It's adrenaline can only carry you so far. I think by the time you hit the second half of that game, I think it's gonna be heavy legs, unless you found one heck of a massage therapist. That's for sure there in that one. And then I'm gonna take the Dallas Mavericks plus the points. I'm gonna take Portland plus the points as well. A little 4-teamer there. For me, over at Tony's Picks today, I've got myself a little 5-pack, money-making 5-pack. 2 college basketball, 2 NBA, and 1 NHL. College basketball play of the day is sold separately. If you're just looking for that 1 bet, NBA drop a dime play is also available as 1 bet as well. As everybody said before me, though, the best way is to go is pair each one of us up and grab that 2-for-1 capper pass, because you can't go wrong with that, having 2 cappers. Putting money in your pocket's always a good thing. Here at Tony's Picks, you can see a lot of us are always up there on the leaderboards and in the green, putting units into your pocket. That's what we're doing here. So appreciate everybody that tunes into these shows. Hey, it's a Monday. We got a stacked week of college basketball action, more NBA, and definitely as I'm looking at the NHL tomorrow, another 11-game slate. So lots of action this week. So jump aboard here with everybody with our best bets over at Tony'sPicks.com. That wraps her up for another happy hour here on Monday. Thanks, everybody that tunes into these shows Monday to Friday. Appreciate each and every one of you in the chat. AOD, Ron Hans in there bouncing, making sure that nobody gets into too much bad going on there. Richard Lockhart, he's like in the Blackhawks as well. Take him on the plus 1.5. Get some of that bigger plus money there with the Blackhawks. I think it's a closer game than people think. You look, the last 2, they've already beat them. So it is what it is there. Anybody got some final words before we head on out for this Monday?
We got Champions League tomorrow, leg 2. And Bayer Leverkusen went down 3-0 to Bayern Munich, and they're only giving us a 2.5. Go over that, because I know Bayern Munich's going to score, and Bayer Leverkusen has to score 4 just to tie it up. So, yeah, take the over 2.5 in that one.
Yeah, it's something I'm looking at here in tonight's Golden State game. I didn't realize it was this close. I thought he had a little bit to go, but Steph is 7 threes away from 4,000. He's at home court. No better place to break that 4,000. So might sprinkle a couple bucks on it. I think it's at plus 290 for 7 threes. If anybody can do it, Steph can do it. And that's just a random thing out there. I didn't realize he was that close. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Nice.
I like that. I'm gonna tell that. I'm the big guy. I love those type of plays that come up in sports that add it to your arsenal of looking stuff up. Is when you look at those situational spots where guys are trying to beat records. Like you got the Obi show right now. He's 9 goals away from busting Gretzky's goal record. It's just a matter of time. I've seen people with squares going, he's going to beat it on this date, beat it on that date. It's like, which day is he going to beat it, right? It's like craziness. So, yeah, I like that. I'm going to have to tell you with that one. That's a good one. Always look up that for the next goal in a lot of athletes, big numbers. Nice find there on Chris's part. So, great send-off for the day. Yeah, definitely get that one. Makes me not want to touch Portland. If Curry's hitting 7 threes, it's gonna be a tough night for Portland.
I don't know. Yeah, I know.
Right? It might be a really tough night. He might go off.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard this one. Steph Curry was just named the assistant general manager of Davidson College basketball. He'll help out their official general manager. You know, the colleges are putting in general managers now because they're all turning into companies pretty much. But Steph's going to help out his old alma mater here. I'm sure that a few marginal recruits might find their way to Davidson after meeting Steph.
Yeah, definitely, right? He could definitely be a persuader of some new talent at Davidson, because they definitely could have used it this year, that's for sure. On that note, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. Get it. Crush the bookies. Have yourself a good one, everybody. Make sure to tune in 9:30 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning for the morning show. You'll see some of the same regulars you see here on the happy hour on that morning show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful evening, everybody. Have yourself a good one. catch you on the next one.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, guys.